Welcome to Watch Cozy.
Before we start this deep dive, please subscribe to our channel.
We work really hard to find documents and put together this for you. Okay, so let's dive in. Today we're looking at something pretty interesting. It's framed as a practical English lesson.
Yeah, but centered around like a cultural thing, right? Not just grammar rules.
Exactly. It uses a real-world lens to make the language stick.
And that lens, the source material uses, is Halloween. You know, the holiday celebrated in North America.
Halloween. Okay, yeah, I saw that. Makes sense. Lots of specific stuff happens there. It feels like a good way to tie language to culture to actual conversation.
It really is.
Yeah.
The material introduces it as basically this holiday on October 31st.
Right.
It's kind of fun, but also, a bit scary. Spooky.
Fun and spooky. Got it. So what actually happens? The source gets into the details, especially for kids, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Big time. For kids, it's all about dressing up, costumes.
Mm-hmm.
And the source is great here for vocabulary. It lists examples like monsters, Dracula, werewolves.
Classic scary stuff.
Right. Mummies, ghosts, pirates, witches, but also superheroes, fairy princesses. It gives a real range.
So you're not just learning the word costume, you're learning how to describe different costumes.
Yeah.
Practical.
Exactly that. And then there's the main event, going door to door in the neighborhood.
Okay. The trick-or-treat part.
Yes. The source really highlights that phrase. It's presented as like a key piece of language you learn and use.
And you say that to get.
Candy or chocolate. The neighbors give it out. So the lesson shows this whole sequence. The say the phrase, do the action, get the reward. It's a mini dialogue.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing the lesson structure now. It's linking words directly to actions and culture. Makes sense. But it's not just kids, right? And the source mentioned adults get into it too.
Definitely. Adults enjoy it too. They might have parties, for instance.
Parties? Okay, so language for social events.
Yeah, planning, hosting, that kind of thing. And adults dress up too, sometimes really creatively, the source mentioned, like a snowman.
A snowman for Halloween. Okay.
Yeah. Or a mad scientist, Cruella de Vil. It shows the scope for creativity.
More descriptive language practice then, adjectives, specific characters.
Precisely. And another adult activity mentioned is watching scary movies.
Right. That seems pretty standard for Halloween.
And it's another vocabulary opportunity, learning genre words, ways to talk about being scared or suspenseful.
Did it list specific movies?
It did, yeah. Things like The Exorcist, The Sixth Sense, Bram Stoker's Dracula, The Blair Witch Project, recognizable titles.
Okay. And wasn't there something about playing recorded screams? That sounded kind of unique.
Yeah. That detail was in there, I guess, to show the variety, from big traditions to maybe more quirky individual things people do, helps understand descriptions of atmosphere, sounds.
So bringing it all together, the source uses all these bits, costumes, trick-or-treating, movies, even screams, to teach actual English you can use.
Exactly. The material suggests that just talking about it is practice, describing what you wore, what happened, what movie you saw.
Conversation practice.
Right. And it even floats the idea of, like, a class party, where everyone dresses up, eats chocolate, basically doing the lesson.
So applying it directly, using the vocabulary and phrases in a simulation of the actual event, makes it active.
That's the idea. This deep dive really shows how the source uses Halloween as this rich, practical backdrop for learning English. Vocabulary for costumes, candy, movies, plus those conversational bits.
And for you listening, you can see how understanding a cultural context like this, the way the source presents it, could make learning English feel, well, more practical and definitely more interesting.
For sure. It makes you wonder, what other cultural things could be explored this way?
Yeah, what other topics would be interesting to learn about through this kind of conversational, contextual approach? Which leads to a final thought from the source material, maybe something to chew on.
Which is?
How do these cultural traditions, like Halloween, actually shape the words we use? And when we look closely at that language, what does it really tell us about the culture itself?